So once again, the latest outrage is here. Trump called himself a nationalist. Oh my God. And they are now saying that, he's admitted to being fascist because he said he's a nationalist. It's not even close. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Quam Teasy with the Christocrats and the Red Pill Reality, here with yet another video talking about politics and pop culture and things of that nature that have to do with what goes on in your life and how it affects you as a believer and as a conservative. And even for those of y'all who may be watching who aren't either, who may be curious. You haven't had your walk away moment yet, but it's coming. Last night, the president was at a rally with Ted Cruz. This is right before the 2018 midterm election here in October. He was at a rally where, by the way, there's a lot of daggone people there, a lot of people, and there's a lot of Republican enthusiasm going into these elections, which was partially y'all's fault, liberals, with the whole Kavanaugh thing. That was y'all's fault. Thank you. And so he was there and he was talking about how people have labels and they talk about what they are as politicians and what they identify as, and how a word that hasn't been used that should be used, he was saying that he's a nationalist. Now, a lot of these Antifa and people who think they know about fascism, they want to say that because Hitler said that he was a nationalist, that now they're trying to make the correlation and say that, oh, look, see, Trump admitted it. He's a fascist because he said he's a nationalist. And that makes no sense. That's like saying, because I'm in the bathroom and this mirror is in the bathroom, that we are now the same thing. No, it's not at all. See, you need to understand that if you rep whatever country you are from, if you would prefer your country over other countries, not instead of, there's a big distinction there. If you prefer your country over others, but not instead of others, then you are a nationalist. And it's human nature to be a nationalist, to have that train of thought. If you prefer your family over other families, then you have that preference because you share that family bond. We in America are definitely should be nationalists because let me back up. I looked it up in the dictionary what nationalism or nationalist means, and it's someone who gives affinity towards their own nation or culture over others. So economically, politically, you prefer those of your own culture, those of your own nation over others. Not in a hostile way, but you prefer them over others. And that should be obvious because people move here to America because they want to be a part of the American dream or what we have to offer here. And America should not be afraid. Americans should not be afraid of that term, nationalist, because it is what made us great, being nationalists, and it is what has made the rest of the world benefit from American grit, what we like to call American grit. We have pride in the fact that we help free other countries, and that people count on us, that we've become the fastest superpower in the world, that we're the richest country in the world, and we're the most giving country in the world. We have our issues, like we always have to say. We have to preface by saying we have our issues. We know that, but this country has been one that has given things to the world that no other country has done. And to my knowledge, no other country has the ability to do. So we need to understand that being a nationalist is okay. You are a nationalist if you prefer your country over other countries, not instead of, then you are a nationalist. What I mean by instead of, what was the meaning behind instead of. Well, you got Hitler, who was a nationalist, but he preferred his country instead of other countries, meaning he wanted to eradicate other countries. He wanted to make everything, conquer other countries and make them be underneath his regime. Now, America, we like to export democracy. We like to export freedom, but we don't want to make other Americas. We want to, places that want it, we want to give them freedom, because wherever people are free and capitalism is allowed to flourish, then it raises up their level of their standard of living everywhere it goes. You can, there's economic studies. It's obvious. Anywhere that adopts capitalism in its form and freedom, the society raises up. And so, we want to export that. But what we don't want to do is we do not want to make little Americas, because that's not what we do. So yeah, being a nationalist is nothing wrong with that. Don't let them scare you into thinking that it's right, that now Trump has now admitted to being a fascist. No, he has not. What I've found is a lot of progressive thinking, they reach a lot. They reach a lot. Like they try to connect things that are so far apart because they don't have a tenuous argument most of the time. And so it's crazy. So you don't have to be ashamed of being a nationalist. I'm a nationalist. I'm a Christian first. But if we're talking about it after that, I'm a nationalist because I love my country. But now if you came from another country and you loved your country and you would like to see them prosper before anybody else, then you're a nationalist and you are totally entitled to that. All Trump is saying is that every other country has done that. They look out for their own interests. Why can't we do the same? Why can't we do the same? There's no problem with that. And when we do the same and you leave it to the people, then eventually the people in America help out everybody else. So that's what that is. Quick short video. Wanted you guys, just our perspectives, just so you can kind of think through these things. You're going to see Don Lemmings. That's what I like to call him. Don Lemmings. He was on, CNN, and he was like, "What just happened? I can't believe it. What did just happen? Oh, that dude gets on my last nerves. I would love to debate that fool. Crazy. But he was like, they just are like, oh, clutching their pearls. Oh my God. And they don't think past their nose. Nationalist, being a nationalist simply means that you want to put America first. You put America first. And when he says make America great again, what he means is, and he said it so many times, what he means is bringing America back to a time when we were proud to be Americans, flaws and all. When we had that grit, when we were able to have that pioneer, if we're down, we're going to get up kind of an attitude, where the last couple of years, last 10 or so years, we've just kind of been down on ourselves and America sucks and we're the reason for all the problems on the earth. And we are not. Trust me, we are not. The problem for all the person behind all the problems on the earth is the devil. Yes, him, not us. People can be used as the devil, but America has helped more countries. We create more opportunities for people, and the world comes to us. They don't go to Australia. They don't go to countries in Africa. They don't go to South America. They don't go to Canada generally. Generally, the masses come to America to prosper, because they know they can possibly do it. And that leads me to what's going on in Honduras. Check out the next video, because we're about to talk about Honduras. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. We love you guys. Our subscribers are moving up and up. I love you guys so much. Thank you for subscribing. Remember to love God, hate sin. We're not left. We're not right. But we're up.